Good afternoon, everyone, and PFL fans. So welcome back to the Rizal Memorial Stadium. We're back for more football action as we kick off the first match of the day for our triple header. My name is Vinny Vincolado, alongside Diego Cordero. This is match number 76, and we're excited to bring you this one. Valenzuela, PB Mendiola FC up against Maharlika FC.
There's still a few days left in the transfer window. It won't be surprised also if either of these sides continue to make
Man of the match against Stallion last time. Red and black jerseys, and Maharlika FC in their blue and white jerseys playing from left to right. Delivers it in. Ooh! And a goal already! Enzo Lucindo gets his head in. And it is 1-0, Maharlika leading just in 12 minutes from that set piece.
Yeah, they got the first contact. The initial contact actually was headed onto the post, but Mendiola couldn't react faster. It's really their game.
Definitely, and this is an important ingredient, I guess. But let me delay that thought as Aristo Renas gets it in. What a goal! Hits it at the top left frame of the goal. Look at that celebration. I think that's Gyökeres.
Yeah, that's Gyökeres. But that was a really good goal from Maharlika. Just as we were talking about their build-up and their willingness to play a certain style, they score a goal straight out of the philosophy of Coach Moon Hong. Here it is, great build-up play in such a tight area. You can sense that there are openings every time they get into the second half or get into the other half.
And you can see Mbida steals the ball, takes it, and it is a goal! Bawi dito ang Valenzuela, PB Mendiola. What a goal that is, Diego. And this is what we mentioned earlier, caught sleeping Maharlika. I thought they were comfortably keeping possession, but Yon Mbida, who's always aggressive, pressing the defense, finally makes something out of it, and he earned himself and his team a goal.
Of the second half.
You can see here a ball up high. Lucindo. Oh, let's judge that one. An opportunity here. Moving forward, Valenzuela crosses in the middle. A shot. It's a goal! Golazo! Gets it in. That is Johan Mbida, scores for his team, and it is now 2-2 against Maharlika. Diego, take me through how this goal came to be.
This is an excellent goal from Mendiola because it comes again from nothing. Again, Lucindo, who was the hero in the first half, he just loses that 50-50 duel to Obi, and
Maharlika's moving forward dito naman. So great pass and a goal. It's in. No offside called, and it is 3-2 Maharlika. Amazing goal there from the men in blue.
yeah, again, Mendiola, they just fell asleep here. Untracked run from Kim, and to be fair to him, it's a really good finish. He saw the goalkeeper rushing out, so he just chipped it over.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Maharlika wins this match against Valenzuela PB Mendiola. It is 4-2. And what an amazing match, Diego. Honestly, I thought that it was going to be a very dominant first half of Maharlika.
Thanks so much, Ertulo Galili. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Tigers, and next time ulit, kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you. Thank you sa mga Mendiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and what the Geek fans and other things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana suportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu!
It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
And to all my Maharlika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win, game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mendiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawang magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glories that they always want for us to give them.
PFL action continues at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium for match 2 of our triple header on this Saturday. It's a big match between two teams who are trying to get themselves further up the table. Tuloy FC looking for their 3rd victory in this season, taking on Philippine Army, who have been struggling so far this season. It's an interesting start to the game after a lengthy delay, almost an hour, because of light issues here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. But
Sometime, but nevertheless, exciting matchup here tonight. Again, it's going to be a chance for a 6-pointer. Although Tuloy are better off with 6 points.
And kickoff underway here. Tuloy getting us started. They're in their white kits and Philippine Army in green.
Yeah, it looks like Sapal is just going to be the anchor for this Army side. So everything going forward is going to come through him. He's the deepest lying midfielder. So that means he's going to have to start and break up attacks at the same time, like he did there.
Going for it.
Oh!
Gonna be a great goal! Unbelievable! From just in front of the halfway circle, Royket Bedia spotted the keeper off his line and fired in. A classic there. Unbelievable. Look at this.
So close. Of course, halftime doesn't count as a sub window.
Alika's ball gets through. Bedia is off his line and it's in the back of the net. Justin Lupango finding the equalizer. Tuloy on the board. It's 1 apiece.
Yeah, this is a goal born straight out of the Tuloy philosophy. You can see the 1-2 combination on the ground and the finish.
Just have to equalize, and we are all square after 45 as we take a look at these statistics. That to Lupango, who was with a lot of room on the left flank. Looking for the run of Sawat, who is onside. This will be the second for Tuloy. Fantastic run in behind for Saidel Sawat, who gets the go-ahead here for Tuloy.
Yeah, you know, Philippine Army will be disappointed because, again, they've played 2 games already, 2026.
It's going to be a one-on-one here. Saud taking on his man. Gets past his man. It's a fantastic finish. Cyril Saud, unstoppable.
Well, Cyril South is now in this flow state of his, and when he is in this state, he is. Yeah, for Tuloy, they're gonna go up to 9 points.
Oh! There is a goal back here for Philippine Army. Antilo has that one slip through his hands. And Joshua Gatinao can cut into this advantage.
We play there. Again, the top of Philippine football here, the PFL. Such a physically demanding league.
Shot! What a goal! Incredible finish from John Lloyd Halike, who just rifled in Tuloy's 4th goal of the game.
Well, you know, I was just about to say, I think Tuloy need to see a little bit more of Halike.
Yes, in a short period of time.
Yeah, credit must go to Taketomo Suzuki for the program he has instilled and the philosophy he has instilled.
Halike, can he find a second here? Creating a bit of room, and it is a fantastic finish. Only needed a little bit of room. He manufactured it and absolutely smashed it with his left foot to make it 5-2 to Tuloy. John Lloyd Halike, all of a sudden with a brace.
And
Sapal, trying to get it around the corner. Talam. Halike, it's a good ball forward. He's gonna get it back. Halike for the hat trick. Incredible. The 21-year-old going on a tear here in the last few minutes. And what a last 10 it's been for him. Mendiola was making a good run, and that will be it. Final whistle at the Rizal Memorial Stadium as Tuloy will get their 9th point of the season, with John Lloyd Halike adding.
Thanks so much, El to Galilei. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Tigers, and next time ulit. Kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mendiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and what the Gig fans and all that things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana suportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu!
Via the women's team, and now they're looking. Look at the likes of Christian Schaffner there on the pitch.
We see their starting 11, Landreth at the back.
Manila Digger. And it's not a very tall or physical. Bouncing around dangerously inside the box. Still alive para sa Stallion. Looking for a push on Yeras, nothing given. Opportunity now for Digger! Off the post! Limbo gets the ball into the box. A lovely chance.
Digger, Limbo gets across inside the box, miscleared by Villarreal.
Yeras. Trying to return that pass. Opportunity, Stallion! Into the danger zone. Asong. Ooh. Turn from Schrock. Chance here. Diallo. Opportunity now for Macmillan. Stopped by Asong.
Clear-cut opportunity.
Kedman is already proving to be very much involved in today's game. Villarreal, not the best of clearances. Limbo's ball. And of Stallion Laguna would deal with the physical threat of Manila Digger, and so far they've done so very well. Awkward position for the goalkeeper. Bouncing around. Cisse, he's got support. Usman Guy from Manila Digger. What a save. Let's see, right there, that he hit the head. But look at this. Into Guy. Touch was out of his feet. Oof. It's quite a coming through. Very well could decide this one. Galeana. Opportunity for Diallo. Fantastic finish. The debutant opens his account in style. Stallion Laguna in front. Good afternoon from the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium, and welcome to another match in the Philippines Football League. It is officially the start of the classification round as we have this matchup between Valenzuela, PB Mendiola up against Maharlika FC. Maharlika currently at the top of the standings in the classification round, taking on a team in 10th position in the league in Valenzuela, PB Mendiola. It is expected to be an intense match between these two teams under very hot conditions here in Manila City. It is 36 degrees at this moment in time, so the pitch is going to be a factor today, and the conditions as well, as we take a look at the standings of our classification round. Glad you could join us. Jing Hamlang and Jed Diamante calling the action.
Good afternoon, Jing, and good afternoon to all the viewers for today's match. We can see on the screen that Maharlika sits on 7th with 9 wins, ending the second round of the Philippines Football League with 29 points. On the other hand, they are going against Valenzuela PB Mendiola, who after 20 games just won 2 games and drew 1 with 7 points to show. So this is a match on the other side of the league table. For Maharlika, they would want to sit comfortably at the middle of the standings, while for Mendiola, they would want to claw more points to not finish, hopefully, on the bottom 2 of this league table.
Of course, Maharlika ay isang koponan that will be rather disappointed na nandito sila sa classification round. They were gunning for a place in that Magic 6. However, the run out at the end did not quite go their way. Now they have a new challenge on their hands, how to finish off the season in the best possible way, and their first encounter will be up against a Valenzuela PB Mendiola side that has improved since the second half of the season, and they've been able to pick up more points in recent time, and coming from a victory actually against Army. So itong Valenzuela PB Mendiola, medyo disappointing ang kanilang simula sa season, but slowly but surely they're starting to find their bearings here in the top flight of Philippine football.
Definitely, Jing. As you mentioned, they are improving in the first half of the season, and towards the start of the second half, they were losing by quite a margin from the other teams. But as we can see in the previous matches, yung scoreline medyo lumiliit. And as you mentioned, they won against Philippine Army in their last match. That was a 4-2 scoreline. 2 goals coming from Nico Aranas, 1 from Onyeka Obi, and 1 from Reggie Sulit. They actually came back from a deficit in the first half, and that was an important win for them, considering this is the second win that they have for the season.
Let's take a look at the lineup here of Valenzuela PB Mendiola. Last time na nagbanggaan ang dalawang koponan nito, 2 goals ang Valenzuela PB Of course, unfortunately, it was a losing effort for them, but Johan Embida, certainly a player to watch today, as he is a man who has the most goals scored para sa kanila. He is joint top scorer alongside Ruben Doctora, who has 3. And that's saying something about this Valenzuela PB side, because Ruben Doctora has been missing in action for more than half of the season, pero nananatili siya nasa itaas ng scorers table nila.
Yeah, and definitely some of the players will have to step up, no, to try to change the theme for this statistic that you just mentioned. 3 goals for Johan Embida, 3 goals for Ruben Doctora, and hopefully some of these other players will step up to overtake them or show a better showing for this team.
And one player who has been finding the back of the net, especially in that winning effort against Army, is our man to watch for Valenzuela PB Mendiola, and that will be Nico Arañas.
Nico Arañas scoring 2 goals in their last outing versus the Philippine Army. We can expect that he will be on the scoreboard today if they are able to maintain that momentum from the last game.
Let's hear now from a member of the coaching staff of Valenzuela, PB Mendiola.
Good afternoon. So hot today. The game is 10 p.m. We are just praying for both teams. To be honest, we didn't expect we're going to play on Saturday. We're supposed to play on Sunday. Then, but it's okay. We had a game, very good game against Army on Wednesday. If you notice, we are doing much better than the first round. Then the second round, we did good. But now we are trying our best to bring Mendiola back to the higher position in the table. The expectation for the game today is, to be honest, the mentality for us, we go for winning. Then let's see. It's so hot. We had maybe 2 days rest only, and now we have to play. But it's okay. Our player, they are working. They work very hard, and I'm sure they put everything out today. Thank you.
Huge opportunity here for Valenzuela PB Mendiola. A victory today would push them within a point of Tuloy FC. And that is certainly going to be a motivation for them as they try to climb the table in the Philippines Football League. Lipat naman tayo sa kabilang panig. Tutukan natin ang Maharlika FC. What a season they've had after being a team that is normally at the foot of the table. They really pushed hard in this particular campaign and got quite close actually to making it into the top 6.
Yeah, and they have been showing great standing in the last few games. Within the last 5 games, they have won 3 and drew 1 with Philippine Army before their loss, 6-0 loss to Manila Diggers. So they are a strong team. We can expect that they won't be conceding a lot of goals, considering that in the standings, no, their goal difference is on the positive side. But one thing that the Maharlika FC has to improve, especially in this game, is their game management, how they will keep those possession, keep the momentum going on their side, and score early to eventually get the 3 points out of this match.
Kung titingnan mo ang head-to-head record ng dalawang koponan, actually it's even at 5 wins, 1 draw, and 5 losses. So this will be a form of a tiebreaker. Of course, ang Maharlika ay lamang ng 2 wins in this particular season, and it's all to play for here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium as we take a look at the lineup of Coach Moon Hong.
Starting with the forwards, no, we can expect that Ivan Uwano will be showing a dominant force in the attack alongside Jin Yon Kim, who is the top scorer, I believe, for Maharlika FC with 7 goals for this season.
So quite a potent lineup, and of course you're looking at key staples that they have there. Michael Menzia, amongst the players who have played the most minutes of any team so far this season. So he is a rock in their defense. Now let's check in with their head coach, Moon Hong.
We're at the place that we didn't really want us to be in. We really wanted to make the top 6, but unfortunately we couldn't. And we have to play Mendiola today. And I've been telling the boys that today is not about winning. Today is about what I really wanted to try with my players. So we're going to come up with new tactics and try to improve the players based on half spaces. And I know Mendiola will do a low block and defend well. So we're trying to attack the spaces well, and we try to attack in a good way. And today, obviously, if we get a win, it would be really nice. But I told the boys it's not all about winning today. It's about trying to improve as a team and improve as a group.
Very interesting words mula kay Coach Moon Hong. He's had a vision of how Maharlika will play throughout the season. Siyempre, nagbabago yan depending sa opponent. Ngayon na medyo wala na yung pressure sa kanila, it's all about now how can they implement the game plan.
Definitely, and you cannot rule them out because they finished the regular season just 3 points shy of Aguilas, who sit at the 6th spot in the championship group. That leaves them at the top of the classification group in the start of this third round. And let's see how they will fare against Valenzuela, PP, Mendiola, who, as we mentioned a while ago, is equal.
Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let us welcome the teams of Valenzuela, PP Mendiola Football Club and Maharlika Football Club.
One more look at the starting 11 here of Valenzuela, PB, Mendiola. It is very simple for them. It's been a quick turnaround. It's about keeping their improvement and their progress moving forward as they enter the classification round against the very best in this current division.
Definitely, and without the pressure, they will be able to operate in this match more calmly and prepare for the next season. Maybe, you know, show improvement and show that their pride as a team who has been here for how many years already. They have to show that they belong in this Philippines Football League.
You see here Kevin Montagian alongside Jorel Aristorenas, our captains for today. Man in the middle is going to be Mick John Pineda, assisted by Ismael Pashon. Brian Buergo with Jesus Abogado on the sideline. Maharlika FC have a lot to play for in terms of how they build their future moving forward. And perhaps makikita natin in between the lines dun sa mga sinabi ni Coach Moon Hong is a little bit of excitement para sa mga taga-suporta dito ng Maharlika FC dahil kumbaga he is showcasing that he's interested in improving the performance siguro with an eye to the future, which means Moon Hong is probably thinking about next season already. He might be somebody who will stay alongside this team and look to shape their future.
It's something that the vision has to start as early as now for the next season. And as he mentioned, you know, this is going to be more of an experimental game for Maharlika FC, trying to test out the waters, new strategies, that the new combinations for the players to test out for the next season.
Quite a full list of substitutes for both players, particularly on the side of Maharlika. Ang dami mga game changers na pwede nilang ipasok today. And if they are looking to chase a goal, there's certainly a lot that they can choose from. But Maharlika FC, particularly in preseason, created a lot of hype around themselves because they were videoing a lot of their preseason games. And Moon Hong was preaching a style of high-octane, entertaining football. Of course, medyo na-dial back yan once the realities of the competition started. But now, perhaps ito yung makikita natin, a throwback to the preseason style of Maharlika. And even in this heat at 3 p.m. here in Manila City, we are looking forward to what will hopefully be a high-octane match, courtesy of Maharlika and Valenzuela, PB Mendiola. Mick John Pineda just making sure the timing is perfect. It's 2:59. The clock has turned 3, and here we go. First whistle. Glad you could join us on the Philippines Football League channels. Jing Hamlang and Jed Diamante calling the match here between Valenzuela PB Mendiola and Maharlika. It is the first of our triple header on this Saturday. Mainit na curtain raiser, quite literally.
Jing, dagdag ko lang na, as we mentioned a while ago, it's a 5-1-5 standing for the head-to-head. But actually in their last match-up between these two teams, Maharlika won 4-2. And that was in February 21 earlier this year. So pwede ba nating masabi na it's the momentum will be on the Maharlika side as they start this match?
Definitely. I would agree with that. And yung round 1, kung isasama natin yung resulta na yun, Maharlika won 7-0 in that one. So talagang kung pipili tayo ng favorite ngayon, it will be the men in blue and black. However, from those two scorelines, nakikita rin natin yung storyline na binanggit natin earlier, which is nag-improve itong Maharlika. No? They've been able to close the gap, and they, in fact, found the back of the net twice in that contest. Early attempt, making its way to Lucindo. So we'll see if tuloy-tuloy ang progress dito ng Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
It's a game of improvement for both teams as Maharlika looks to test new strategies. As their coach mentioned a while ago, they don't really focus on winning for this match. On the other hand, Mendiola focus on improving as well their standing.
And I like that from Coach Moon Hong. Progress and improvement as a team is not necessarily reflected by the results, but on how you guys perform on the pitch. Not quite what they were hoping for on that occasion. No touch on the opposition. It's going to be a goal kick.
In this heat, sa init ng panahon ngayon, and definitely with the artificial pitch, the players can feel it. It will take some time for them to settle down the first few minutes of this match.
That's perhaps something that is not, readily available information for those who are watching at home on their screens. No? But Jed, you've had an opportunity to play in all different types of conditions. How difficult is it to play, particularly on artificial turf where there is that rubber filling in place na ganito yung panahon?
Jing, yung init hindi lang galing sa taas, yung init ng Metro Manila because of the sun, ibang-iba. Pero imagine, you can feel the radiation of the heat coming from the ground all the way to your boots, and sometimes that can be very uncomfortable for your feet. Kailangan, your feet are in good condition when you start the match, and it really definitely takes a toll. And you have to, manage well how you play in these conditions to sustain up until the last minutes of the match, where what you usually observe in these 3 p.m. matches towards the second half, mas humahaba na yung shadow from this side of the pitch near the stands, and that can be an advantage for the wingers on this side.
Mamaya magkakaroon tayo ng cooling break, no doubt. At some point during this first half, you will notice hindi lang mga ulo nila ang babasahin nila, but also their boots. As Jed mentioned, that pitch is going to be quite hot. And so far, Mendiola holding firm here in the opening 4 minutes. And as that shadow starts to cast in this playing surface, you will notice also the tempo of the game will increase. Time being, both teams trying to find their bearings here. All the way back to Dini Owatara, who is preferred over Kenry Balobo today. Both goalkeepers have had quite a few minutes this season. They've been mixed up quite nicely by Coach Moon Hong, depending on the needs of every match. Mendiola doing well to regain possession and keep it, at least momentarily. Not the best outlet from Montagian. Return ball. Can't quite get it into the danger zone. In fact, it snuck out. Maharlika unable to take advantage of an opportunity deep inside enemy territory. And Escobar giving a good chase there, but Mendiola here finding an opening. Oof, got a bit tricky there on the deflection from Lucindo. Dini Oatara almost wrong-footed.
Good thing he was aware during that instance kasi nakakalito, minsan nakakagulat yung mga slight touches na ganon, small redirections. If that ball was hit a little bit harder, you know, that could have ended up at the back of the net.
Trying to find the run of Jorel Aristorenas. He's being shepherded well by Ugwafaku. It's going to be a clear offside if that had gone through.
Mendiola has to focus on their defensive stance because if we're talking about, you know, statistically and historically in their past matches, once the floodgates open, minsan tuloy-tuloy na, and it's a good thing that the trend in the last few games, the score lines have been favorable to them, although talo para sa kanila, but it hasn't been that much of a stretch. But in this match with a high-scoring Maharlika team, you have to contain it early, and they have to contain it strongly.
Boy, how things have changed ever so quickly here in the Philippines Football League. Dati, sinusuki ng Valenzuela PB Mendiola itong Maharlika. And all of a sudden, with Moon Hong in charge and the management putting together this lineup, Maharlika have become contenders in the league. That vision really coming to fruition this season.
That 3 points away from the championship group is not much if you think about it, Jing. It's just a win or a win and a draw, or 2 wins away from entering the top 6. So that really, you know, speaks a lot about this Maharlika side.
And it's been some very smart recruitment for them. Siguro may mga players na either underrated or have been cast out from other clubs. They've found a home here in Maharlika, and they've raised their level. Kasama na dyan si Mike Menzi, who's become part of the furniture here of Maharlika this season. Great ball inside the box, opportunity! And what a stop to deny that shot from Uano. Park trying to get that to Escobar, and that came off the arm, says the referee.
Maharlika, despite the numbers at the attacking third, just could not get a clear chance on goal. What a pass that was. Very great decision making there, but Uano was just blocked by 2 defenders. Couldn't find the back of the net in that instance.
Ivan Uano actually is our player to watch for Maharlika FC. Has 2 goals so far this season. 10 appearances para sa Maharlika. Great opportunity! Valenzuela PB Mendiola finding an opportunity via the cutback there.
Mendiola showing the more promising opportunities for attack in the first 10 minutes of this match.
Back to back, nagpakita mga players to watch natin. Aranyas with that opportunity was not far away. Certainly, Owatara has been the busier of the two keepers so far.
Just see how Maharlika stretches the defense of Mendiola, putting 4 people on top, making sure that those 2 wingers are available.
Great defending, spotting the pass from Menzi. Jason Soberano denying the intended target. Ball remains with the blue shirts. Just to touch on Ivan Owano once again. 2 goals in 10 appearances. Certainly, he won't be pleased with that amount of minutes he's played so far this season. He's got a great chance here this afternoon to pick up his total of goals. Ivan Owano, a player who has been in and around the national team, was a university star himself. Certainly wants to get an opportunity to re-kickstart his professional career.
I've played with and against Ivan in those college days, and you can definitely say he's a strong force, especially on striker. He's a huge guy, very quick as well, great in finishing, and he has to, as we see there, find his standing, especially in the Philippines Football League or in the professional side of things.
It's a very interesting position. Itong pagiging striker, napakalaking bagay ang confidence para sa mga forwards who score the goals. And so many times this season, Ivan has been in great positions to score, and that speaks of his quality and his understanding of the game. But that finishing touch has just been lacking for him. But just as how difficult it is to put the ball in the back of the net, once it does end up in the back of the net, parang bumubukas yung floodgates for them and tuloy-tuloy na ang momentum. Nothing coming of that corner kick.
But the pace of the game has not been as quick as we expect, and I think the heat is definitely a factor to that.
Tayo medyo naiinitan dito sa stands. Ano pa kaya yung mga players down there on the pitch? It's just been bullied off the ball there. Good defending mula kay Perilla. Aristorenas. Speaking of players who have revitalized their career, Jorel Aristorenas with that armband has really showcased his ability this season. He's got 5 goals to his name from midfield and has just been the heartbeat of this team throughout the season.
The past games, he's been a strong force in the middle, orchestrating the attack of Maharlika, and he has been a great addition to this team, as you mentioned.
Escobar. Again, well defended by Soberano. Benzi bundled off. Whistle blown. The tempo not quite there yet for Maharlika. Looking to move the ball a little bit quicker.
Even the start of their build-up, you can see that there are at least 7 players on top, 5 in the attacking third, 3 midfielders on a triangle formation, just looking for those in-between passes, led by their captain. They're not forcing or rushing anything.
Trying to get it in behind. Player goes down. There's contact inside the box. It's going to be just a goal kick, says Mick John Pineda.
Medyo nakakalito when he points his hand towards anywhere inside the box. Good thing it was toward the goal and not the penalty spot. That
interesting incident there, Jed.
Yeah, that was a collision, but doesn't warrant a penalty. It was just a fair challenge, according to Mick John Pineda.
Coach Moon Hong having a look at the fourth official. Definitely contact between the two players. He was walking out, he was driving away from the goal. He was still inside the box. Menzi just about dealing with the danger. Perilla showing he was alert and alive. Menzi keeping it alive here. They've navigated that pressure very well, Maharlika. Opong getting it out wide. Wano spots the runner. Aristorenes has his head up. Fake the cross. Defender didn't bite. And now it's Mendiola going the opposite way. Wano unable to keep possession here. Oh, check that. He's just about been able to.
Great persistence by Owano, keeping the ball for his team despite losing possession.
Better for Maharlika now. As I say that, possession cheaply given away.
Aranyas has been on his toes throughout this 16 minutes in the game. Has been getting those interceptions in the middle. Out of time for Maharlika to operate in the middle.
Escobar, the intended target. It's quite a tackle from Reggie Sulit. Great piece of skill here from the center back, and he's carrying it all the way into midfield. He's eventually lost possession.
Sabi siguro niya, kung hindi nyo kaya, ako na.
Oof! Strike from distance. Not too far away. Whistles past the post of Montaguien. And that's quite a last action before we enter our first cooling break of the half.
I think, to be honest, that was a promising shot from our angle. I thought it was going to hit at least the upright.
And it's a signal that things are picking up in this opening period. Maharlika now starting to find their footing, able to move the ball a bit quicker.
Despite that, Mendiola has been able to create opportunities for themselves in the attacking third. It's not clear opportunities, but nevertheless, they've been able to defend and bring the ball and put pressure on Maharlika.
Coach Moon Hong sa kanyang opening interview, sinabi niya, ina-expect niya magkakaroon ng low block itong Valenzuela, PB Mendiola. Totoo naman ang nakikita natin dito, but it's one thing to know what you're going to be facing. It's another thing to actually go up against it. And right now, Valenzuela, PB Mendiola have been effective, and that was the last shot, not too far away. Taking his opportunity from distance was Jin Yon Kim.
Top scorer currently for Maharlika side. Sorry, top assists. Correction on my part. But he wants to put himself on the scoreboard.
Bakit hindi? He's given the space there.
Right, allow me to correct myself. The top scorer, current top scorer for Maharlika is Ibrahim, who is on the bench for the start of this match. Scoring 7 for Maharlika FC.
What a game changer you can bring on from the bench. You can see here teammates helping each other out, trying to cool some of the players on the pitch. Shane Salino offering his services to the linesmen as well. Baka kailangan din ng mga officials natin mag-cool down.
Siyempre sila rin tumatakbo-takbo dito sa init ng panahon, and on this rubber turf. Kailangan din nilang mag-rehydrate.
Great ball over to the left side. Great choice from the midfielder. Unfortunately, weren't able to keep that attack alive. All alone on the left flank. Jin Hyun Kim looking for support. Yun Soo Park trying to lift it. Well anticipated by the man in between the sticks. Off his line quickly.
What Maharlika is trying to do is putting at least 4 or 5 players on the 4-man defense of Mendiola, trying to break the lines. You know, because if you're trying to defend 5 people with 4 defenders, that can be quite confusing and gives more options for Maharlika.
We talked about the difficult conditions quite a bit already. But now you see Maharlika moving the ball from side to side. Pinipwersa nilang tumakbo itong Mendiola. Great pass into the middle. And what a recovery.
Great defending there. That was heroic, I would say, because if he was beaten, that would have been the striker right in front of the goal.
Victor Felicia, the crucial intervention. Headed out now. It's going to be a corner kick for Maharlika.
See that again.
It's a great pass.
Well-timed pass, well-timed run, but Felicia was there to snuff it out. Could quite question the final decision of that striker. Could have taken it or you know, made a better skill, or just taken a shot.
Park dispossessed. Great skill on the right side here for Valenzuela Mendiola. That is Arañas doing a bit of the dirty work, getting out of a tight jam there.
Great way for them to relieve the pressure coming from the corner.
Kevin Montagan wanting a conversation here with Mick John Pineda. He's traveled a long distance to have it. He's taken exception to the foul on Arañas. John Pineda assuring him he's seen the incident closely. Did not warrant any extra attention. Sindo getting it forward. Opong. Opong continuing his run. Could be through on goal here. Aristorenas gets it wide. Ivan Owano could not control.
That's not the first time that they've been short on decisions, or been a bit slow on decision making. The attacking third, a lot of opportunities. They've had chance in front of the goal, but they opted to either pass it without the quality that they would like to just finish off the opportunity. Maharlika has to improve on those, take advantage of the chances that they create.
Throw in deep inside the half of Mendiola. Looks like they're going to go for a long one here. Lots of blue shirts inside the box. Park showing short. Get this ball into the danger zone. It's out for a corner kick. Mendiola looking for an offside. Looks like they had players playing the man in the corner on. So here comes another corner kick. Stallion is down on this one. Took contact. Seems to be in a bit of pain here, the goalkeeper. You can hear ringing out the voice of Coach Moon Hong. Medyo
did a lot of contact from his own defenders in that instance. But with the goalkeeper down, you have to stop the play. Right after that, we could hear Coach Moon Hong instructing Ivan Wano that he was in front of the goal. He could take all the opportunities and take the chances.
Siguro masasabi natin, it's not just a message for Ivan Wano, but all of the players inside the box. Nandiyan na kayo, itira nyo na.
About 3 opportunities with that same situation, right in front of the goal, but they opted to either shift the ball to their maybe preferred foot, or pass it to a teammate who has a better opportunity. But again, right in front of the goal with a 0-0 scoreline, you gotta take your chances and test the opposing goalkeeper as early as possible.
So far, only attempt from Maharlika has been from well outside the box. Granted, it was a decent effort from Kim. Yeah, 3 forays into the box, and so far hindi pa nila napupul yung trigger.
It boils down to the quality of decision making. Either take the chance or take too many touches, waiting for the Mendiola defenders to be able to regroup.
Mendiola, despite their struggles, been on the back foot now quite a bit, particularly in the last 10-15 minutes. But they still have the best opportunity so far. Aranya striking it into the hands of Uwatara. And a low cross that was deflected goalwards. Almost well worked. India almost finding a way through, and Valenzuela PB Mendiola stepping up and denying Maharlika any opportunity.
So far, Mendiola is able to keep the scoreline at 0-0, forcing the errors of Maharlika and being able to get back on defense with those poor decision making by the Maharlika strikers in front of the goal.
Wano wrestling his man down to the ground, no whistle.
And he's a big guy you don't want to mess with.
Siguro masasabi na rin natin dito sa Valenzuela PB Mendiola, which has been impressive sa kanilang performances in terms of energy usage. Hindi sila masyadong how should you say, mataas yung pagka-rev nila ngayon, no? So it's something, they're playing at a pace that seems like they could do this for 90 minutes.
Maybe that's part of their strategy, trying to outperform in terms of endurance, this Mendiola side against Maharlika. But maybe they could, because according to head-to-head statistics, their squad average age is around 25 years old, 24.9 compared to Maharlika's 27.1. So they're a few years younger.
Good work from Johan Embida. Chance here! Over the bar! Golden opportunity for Donatus Obi.
Obi just skying that opportunity right in front of the goal. Couldn't keep the ball down. Well, great work from this Mendiola side, creating that attack from the left side. Just couldn't keep the ball down. Could have opened up the scoreline. Shifted the momentum of this match.
Hard pressed to find a better opportunity than that. Ball bouncing just outside of that 6-meter box. With Dini Uwatara off his line. Obi Missing out on a big opportunity. And now there's a collision here. Looks like the Mendiola player has come out worse.
Soberano stays down after that collision. You know, Ching, the thing with this Maharlika offense is they are taking one too many touches in front of the goal. Siguro gusto nilang siguraduhin na this chance is really clear. But sometimes if you want to perfect things, you're going to take too much time trying to perfect it and not actually doing it.
They've been given a real warning. Wala sa Mendiola. Lucky that it's still scoreless here at the half-hour mark. Can they get something from this free kick? Ooh! Back of the net for Maharlika. It is the opener. Glanced in to the corner. Nathan Rilloraza claiming that as his goal. Maharlika on the board.
Just to add to that, Jin Yong Kim adding to his tally of assists for Maharlika. That makes it 8.
Goal for Maharlika FC.
Well, let's see that this is the commission that awarded a free kick for Maharlika, with just Nathan Rilloraza towering over the defenders of Mendiola, getting that flick to the second post. Great delivery as well from Jin Yong Kim. See for this replay here from all angles.
What a goal from Rilloraza, in between two defenders, by the way. Got the timing just perfect, and then the technique, just glancing it, soft touch, far post, into the back of the net. 1-0 for Maharlika.
This opens up the score line as we pause the match for another cooling break at this half-hour mark. Rilloraza finally putting one on the scoreboard despite those opportunities by his teammates.
Missed chances. They always come back to bite. And Obi's miss. How much more significant is it now with Rilloraza finding the back of the net? And it's going to be an early substitution here for Maharlika, with Yunsu Park being withdrawn here just 32 minutes into the game.
That's a defender for a forward player, Yuya Kashiwabara. Got to think about what Coach Moon Hong is trying to brew up here. Substituting a defender for a strike for an attacking player.
Medyo matagal-tagal ang diskusyon dito between Moon Hong and the substituted player. Seems to be a tactical tweak. Mbida. That is going to be out for a corner kick.
These are the chances that Mendiola can take advantage of. Set pieces on the side of Maharlika. You're going to have to expect a great delivery here. Anything can happen from set pieces, just from the goal that we saw a few minutes ago. Slight deflection can make the difference.
Confirmation of that change as Yuya Kashiwabara checks into the match. Valenzuela looking for a response here. Six white shirts inside the box to aim for. Oof! Made great contact on it, a lot of power, but not on frame.
Fano with that chance. A lot of these players from Mendiola have the height, especially for set pieces like that. So Maharlika should watch out and give us little corner kicks or free kicks in favor of Mendiola.
Opportunity to venture forward. Wadada just about able to get his hands to it. Sends this one forward. Mendiola can keep the pressure on.
From the looks of it, parang nabuhayan tong Mendiola side after conceding that goal. As you mentioned a while ago, they're trying to limit the rev. Parang they're revving up this time, playing catch up before the first half ends.
For Coach Moon Hong, you wonder if he'll be quite pleased with that. Medyo lumalabas sa shell dito ang Valenzuela, PB, Mendiola. They need to take risks now. They can't just be in a state of defense. That would mean more open spaces for Maharlika to exploit. They're going to be unable to do so on this occasion.
Little exchange of balls there on that far side of the pitch.
Opportunity. Kim assessing his options while he was thinking, had the ball poked away.
Many touches. Took a sweet time before passing it to a teammate there. Those are the instances that gives this Mendiola side to recover back in defense. Maharlika taking not too many touches and too much time looking for brewing the attack.
Kashiwabara getting forward. Came in as a left back, but he's been floating around wherever there is space.
Too many defenders there for the substitute.
Bida just riding the challenge. Back on the ball here, Johan Mbida.
Baranas and Fofana there. Just the quality of the passes. They can move forward, this Mendiola side, but the decision making and the quality of the attack on the attacking third is something they have to improve if they want to get one back in this match.
Trying to apply the pressure. Ball into the box. Attack still alive. Maharlika now able to transition. Shiwabara is not going to get there. Youngmin Park slowing things down here.
See some activity from the bench of Maharlika, because they were complaining that the second referee raised his flag for offside, but it wasn't awarded.
Long range effort, not going to be of trouble. Now a conversation being had. Enzi getting an explanation from Mick John Pineda.
Yeah, because I saw here on the pitch that the referee raised his flag, but after the attack he just put it down and kept the game going. I think that's what upset the coaching staff of Maharlika.
Mick John saying he saw a defender playing the Mendiola player on. That discussion is finished. Opportunity here for Maharlika to double their lead. Owano could not direct that one goalwards. To be fair, a very difficult ball to deal with.
That was a strong and awkwardly high ball. Couldn't do anything, Owano there. The deflection was just, very awkward for his position. ball was knee high, but Owano was rushing towards his teammate straight. His momentum was not even going towards the goal, so any deflection would be difficult from his angle. But Maharlika has been bombarding attacks on the right side.
Trying to get that second before halftime. That's a bit clumsy from Johan Fofana.
And again, if you're Mendiola, you don't want to be giving up too much fouls on this side of the pitch, considering the goal of Maharlika came from a set piece.
From a position not too far from where this is going to be taken.
Nothing difficult for Jinyon Kim. Maybe increase his tally of assists in this match through this set piece. Very dangerous, this Maharlika side.
Great ball over to the far post. Menzi just hesitating a little bit there.
No one to answer that in swing from Kim. We're almost at the tail. We are at the tail end of this first half.
Offside flag is raised. Merilia just going a little too early.
Maharlika has been expecting these long balls behind them. You've noticed they were trying to play their defenders slightly up with great timing to catch these offsides. Maybe that's to avoid having Mbida as a point person on the transition here.
Jinyon Kim can race inside. Aristorenas is going to be well off.
Yeah, the decision to pass the ball to the captain was quite delayed, catching him well offside. Maharlika keeps the pressure on this side of the pitch.
Less than 3 minutes remaining in regulation in this opening period. Soberano asking a lot of Arañas there. Escobar cushions it for Aristorenas. It's a lovely ball forward. Opportunity here for Maharlika. And that's a great stop from the goalkeeper.
Maharlika has been hitting the right side of the pitch, but in that instance, goalkeeper played the hero, stopping that shot.
Jayon Park, Ivan Owano delays, much to the frustration of his coach on the sideline, but the attack is still alive. Opportunity here for Aristorenas. It's wide of the post.
Great opportunity from the captain. But we had too many players from Maharlika inside the box. That started from this attack on the right side. Clearly open, took the shot early, had one teammate trailing with him. Sorry, two teammates trailing. But Owano with this, in this instance had too many touches, attracting 3-4 defenders with him. After this cross, the captain just couldn't. Tuck the ball behind the net.
Great opportunity for Aristorenas right in front of goal. He's going to be very disappointed with that. The player has gotten up. It's Ugwa Faku. It looked a bit concerning on the replay, the way he stayed down after what looked like innocuous contact with Owano.
He was begging for the call, but that left one man down for Mendiola on the defense. So, you know, sometimes you gotta choose your opportunities when to beg for the call. And if that play was on, it could have spelled disaster for them. Sometimes some players play with pride and just wouldn't go down even if they're pushed around.
That kind of player, Jed, these days seems to be a dying breed.
Hirap na mahanap, and I'm a fan of Messi, and that's what I learned from him, and that's the type of mentality that I had when I was playing. When you're pushed down, if it's not serious, if nothing's broken, gotta roll and stand up. Because as someone playing in the midfield, or even if you're a defender, if you stay down and ball's on play, you're gonna be one man short.
Yep.
You gotta play for the team. 4 minutes of added time remaining for the first half, as confirmed.
And again, Coach Moon Hong reiterating his message. You find yourself in a shooting position, guys, tira nyo na. This current scoreline, far from enough to guarantee any sort of result here for Maharlika. As Mendiola have shown, they have the capability to strike as well. They've come close on several occasions already.
Despite that, there has been no clear dominance on possession for this match. Both teams having a fair share of possession, but these loose passes, they cannot let go, especially against Maharlika.
Escobar trying to change things up. Instead of cutting inside, went to the outside, but again, good defending. Wala kay Youngmin Park.
Especially in the dying minutes of the first half, you wouldn't want to be letting in a goal, increasing the deficit for the match, because as both teams rest and regroup, they might come back with more of the momentum for the match, and you wouldn't want to be on the opposite side of the win.
Moby doing well to venture forward on the left side, and Bida able to turn away. So Berana in support. Again. And Bida doing well, and Johan Fofana was offside. He was calling off the run of Obi, who would have been onside actually. Sayang yung atake para sa Valenzuela.
They were brewing that attack, and as we mentioned a while ago, Mendiola is not out of this match. They have been creating their opportunities, but I think it is Maharlika's one of their strategies to keep their opponents at bay with offside traps.
Lovely ball forward. Opong being hounded very tightly by Park.
Great defending there by Park by pushing him onto the side.
Sindo doing enough to deny Mbida. Time for perhaps one more attack here for Maharlika into the final minute of added time. Kashiwabara gets it back. There's going to be a corner kick.
The substitute doing the work here. He's been all over this left side of the pitch. Has a chance to get an assist in this match through this outswinger. Corner kick for Maharlika.
Almost everyone committed for Maharlika. Last action of this opening half. Montagan able to get a touch to it. It was heading towards goal from Jorel Aristorenas.
Keep the attack alive.
Kim's ball floated in. Fofana able to clear. Quick look at the watch. What a turn.
It's kill by Menzi.
Final opportunity here. Delivery. Escobar. And that is cleared away by Youngmin Park. And that's how it finishes here. First half score. Maharlika with the slight advantage. Great goal from Nathan Riluraza. The difference between the two teams as we enter the halftime break. Maharlika FC 1, Valenzuela PB Mendiola 0.
Maharlika FC 1. We thank you all for coming today and encourage you to visit the official Facebook, Instagram, and X pages of the Philippines Football League with the handle @WeArePFL for more details on the Philippines Football League 2025-26 season. We are PFL!
Yeah, thanks so much, Eric to Galilee. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support, Manila Tigers. And next time ulit, kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mendiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and want Gig fans and other things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu! It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To my Maharlika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mendiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawa mag-suporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want us to give them.
Thank you.
Halftime at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium, where Maharlika FC are a goal ahead of Valenzuela PB Mendiola. It's been as expected, Maharlika in front. However, the manner in which we've gotten there has been a bit of a surprise, Jed.
Yeah, Maharlika has had a lot of opportunities in front of the goal. And a pattern we've been noticing is they've been taking too much of their sweet time to make those final third decisions. Although you can see here, those beautiful passes and runs to the middle, they're not short of that, but their striking towards the goal have been quite delayed. On the other hand, for Valenzuela, PB, Mendiola, they aren't short of attacks. They've also had their opportunities to go up, but this is the goal. As we mentioned, that spells the difference for the first half.
What a quality header from Nathan Rilloraza. A bit of a difficult technique just to not be tempted to try to get more on that. Just a nice little glance into the back of the net, but Mendiola have had their chances.
Maharlika, just like this instance, a lot of the times they can enter the box, but just those split decisions right before the final shot, they have been quite poor in their decision making. But in this instance, as we can see, captain with a clear chance in front of the goal, just not able to bring it home for their team.
Another opportunity here. Escobar denied by some good defending. And at the very end, a bit of chaos. That one was a goal-bound effort. Diyan nagtapos ang ating first half. Maharlika building momentum, slight advantage in possession. Ang sabi nga natin, no, they've had more going forward. They just haven't been able to make the most of the opportunities they are creating. Still 10 shots, 4 of them on target. They've had 5 corners on the opposite side, 4 shots para sa Mendiola, just the 1 on target for them. But they've shown that when they are in transition, particularly with the likes of Embida, Obi, as well as Fofana, medyo delikado rin sila. They have that capability to break open this Maharlika side.
Yeah, and again, as we mentioned a while ago, Mendiola had their chances, but we cannot rule them out as considering they're coming from a win before this match. And not much separating both teams in possession. Both are able to operate in the middle, but losing them on opportunities where they shouldn't be. And those are some points for improvement for both teams if they want to, for Maharlika to continue the lead and eventually support the win, and for Mendiola to claw their way back into the game.
Given how things transpired in that opening 45, Jed, kung ikaw ay nasa loob ng locker room ng Mendiola, anong sinasabi mo sa mga players mo?
For Mendiola, we are able to hold the defense well, but we have to be more intentional in our attack. A lot of our we have to avoid those offside plays and make more decisive passes in the middle, leading up to the striker. We shouldn't be letting up too much set pieces on our side, considering that the goal is coming from them. So it's you have to keep your our character or our mentality positive coming into the second half. Because one goal is it's not too much. You can still come back, and that's still 45 minutes that we can make a difference.
For the opposite side here, on the side of Maharlika, kung ikaw si Coach Moon Hong, anong sinasabi mo sa mga players mo?
We have to limit our mistakes. We have to improve our decision making, and then that's what he has been shouting from the sidelines throughout the whole first half. The finishing of this team has to improve, and it's something that, although they are trying to do some experimental tactics, to hopefully improve. Parang kahit na preseason, they're teaching this as a preseason, they still have to show quality, both on defense and the offense. So you have to improve the lead, because yung mga talo ng Mendiola in the past few games are not quite big ang scoreline. They have lost just 1-0 from 1 Taguig and 3-0 from Kaya, and they can keep this if Mendiola keeps their discipline on defense. Maybe they can hold this scoreline or even come back. But if you're Maharlika, you would want to, as early as possible, improve the lead and be more decisive, especially in the attacking third.
Certainly, Maharlika will be hoping to double the advantage as soon as possible. A little bit of that cushion will ease the pressure off of them in terms of their hopes of getting 3 points here. But Mendiola will have quite a bit to say in this second half. We are underway. Mendiola getting us started. Jeng Hamlang and Jet Diamante calling the action for you here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. First of 3 matches. Glad you could join us for this curtain raiser. Still have Tuloy and Philippine Army Set to see action after this. We have a big one. Final elimination round match between Stallion and Manila Digger. And that's a match that will have quite an implication in how the title shapes out. Manila Digger with an opportunity to get to the top of the standings tonight after getting a big win against One Taguig not too long ago.
What an upset that was. Manila Digger has been improving so much in this season that anything is possible for them.
Great ball over to Ivan Owano. Reggie Sulit right on top of him there.
And you can see kahit na Owano was trying to protect the ball, but any nudge or push sa kanya, parang hindi siya gumagalaw. And again, his physicality as a striker or winger in this match will play a big positive on his side.
Turenas has the option to go short. Flicked on to the back post. Mendiola defend well. Tough one to control.
Better weather starting this second half, a bit cloudy here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, giving a bit of a breather for the players on the pitch.
36 degrees when we kicked off at 3 o'clock. At siguro naman mag-i-improve din ang tempo ng laro. Now that things have cooled down, for a way through down the middle.
Maharlika now comfortable with the ball, being patient with brewing up their attack. No, there's no question about that, especially in the first half. Question is more about their finishing when they put the cap or the lid on their attacks.
Going for it there, Ivan Owano. Following directions from the sideline, this time not shy about pulling the trigger.
In other words, para sa kanya, heat check din yun. Aside from testing the goalkeeper of your opposition, you're also testing the range of your shots in this match.
It's a great touch from Turenas. Owano's gonna get there, squares it. Not taking any chances was Youngmin Park. Soberano clearing it away.
Maharlika showing their dominance early in the second half. Mendiola hasn't had a clear possession.
Mbida trying to keep the attack going. And Maharlika now taking over.
You know, with the way that Mendiola is playing now, it begs us to ask, how did they keep the scoreline very low in their last few matches, especially against One Taguig and the likes of Kaya or other teams on the top of the table? It's incredible how they're keeping the scoreline at bay, like the other teams from the opposite half or the second half of the league table, where the goals are, you know, going from 5 all the way up to 10 sometimes.
We've seen a renewed discipline and organization in the second round for Mendiola, and they may have an opportunity here. Mbida through. Can he find the back of the net? What a stop from Dini Oatara. Opportunity blocked. He's showcasing why he is such a threat. Johan Mbida.
Great clear chance there for Maharlika, but Menzi was there to keep the scoreline at 1-0, aside from the save from their goalkeeper. What defensive play there for Maharlika.
Turenas getting the play restarted. looking to pull the trigger from way out. Space out wide. Ivan Awano will be called for the foul. Taking out Reggie Sulit there.
Parang sumasabit yung mga balls ng Maharlika towards their defensive half, but that push or that nudge from Awano, because of his physicality, parang hindi may iwasan na when he challenges for the ball, he will have the upper hand.
Sulit cushioning it for Obi. Foul will be called on Fofana. Mendiola doing their best to deny Maharlika from playing quickly. Arenas peeling out wide. The player is onside, Opong, as Aristorenas next to him. Maharlika trying to find a way through the sea of white. Headed away.
The defensive line of Mendiola is now at 5 players. Just making sure that Maharlika can come in.
Aristorenas was looking for Escobar. Mendiola just holding firm. And looking to break on the counter here. Awano tiptoeing the line. He's on the verge of a yellow here after that.
Sometimes mapapatanong ka din, was that a strategic or tactical stop to the attack? A duty foul, considering that the other team was trying to transition. But he has to be careful, Awano, here, after too many collisions that have been called foul.
Youngmin Park looks like he's going to send this one long. Looking for a knock on here. Mbida able to control despite the pressure. Obi. Fofana. Great opportunity. Arañas is blocked. Lucindo putting in a very important tackle.
Arañas as our player to watch for this game has been a threat for Mendiola. Just not quite a lot of opportunities for him to operate in the attacking third. They have to create clear chances if you want to come back in this match.
One shot on target para sa Mendiola. Nanggaling mula kay Arañas. Well, you would classify the chance of Obi, which was off target, as the best opportunity they've had. Escobar gliding past 1, 2, unable to get past the third. This time Lucindo denying the path to Mbida, who has been a real handful in front.
Mendiola trying to constrict that central axis. You have at least 5 players in the middle, so we can't expect Maharlika to get through there.
Maharlika able to progress. Escobar all alone on the right side. Kim arrives. They switch it over to the left flank. Sulit. It's a 50-50 and both players making contact. Looks like a painful one. It's going to be a yellow card to be given. It's likely to be given to Reggie Sulit.
See that one more time. Both players with just full momentum going towards the ball, but Sulit seems to have hit his head on the shoulder of Gion Park. Nevertheless, gets the yellow card.
Gion Park just getting there a fraction earlier than the Mendiola defender. And Montagian here really needs to be setting up his defense rather than having a conversation.
He's pleading the case that why did his teammate get the yellow card despite that being a challenge for both players.
And to be fair, the yellow card does seem a bit harsh.
For me, it was.
Like a real and genuine attempt to get to the ball.
Again, if you're Mendiola, you don't want to be giving too much set pieces to Maharlika. I mean, any team shouldn't be giving too much set pieces, especially on the attacking third, because that's the easiest way to penetrate the defense. It's the closest you can, the easiest you can get the ball closer to the goal. But it's an outswinger for this free kick.
Confirmation of that yellow card on Sulit. Now, lining things up here is Jin Yeon Kim. Man who's got 8 assists to his name already, including one from the first half. His delivery. It's a low one. Tricky ball, and it's into the back of the net. It's an own goal for Mendiola. Bounced up really awkwardly for the goalkeeper. That one is shanked into their own net. Disaster for Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
That's not how we expect the second goal to come, but nevertheless, a goal is a goal. And Jin Yeon Kim just makes it possible for Maharlika to get that 2-0 lead in this match. See that replay one more time. Bounces off, doesn't get the clearance that he wanted there for OB. Awkwardly hits his shin, just arcs over the goalkeeper.
Goal for Maharlika FC.
Montagian couldn't do anything about that.
Jin Yeon Kim.
Bit of good fortune involved in that goal. And as you mentioned, Jed, napakadelikado talaga kung namimigay ka ng mga free kick in and around the area. And that's a perfect example of why anything can happen from these types of situations. And now Mendiola have been punished right before the hour mark. They find themselves 2 goals down.
And if you were OB in this situation, you'd want to bounce back and make up for that own goal.
There's quite a bit of making up to do now for OB. He's missed a golden opportunity in front of goal, and he's now put the ball in the back of the net, but the wrong net. Pressure has been lifted here, mula sa Maharlika. However, pressure now firmly on the shoulders of Valenzuela PB Mendiola. They're going to need to come out of that defensive shape and really chase the result here.
They have to be more decisive with their passes and be more intentional in attack. They haven't had a clear opportunity yet this second half, which came from a convincing possession. Maharlika seems to be dominating the second half so far.
Arana skipping past one. That's a great tackle from Escobar. The player is clipped. Jayon Park going down. It's going to be a yellow. And it's Obi. Things continue to get worse and worse for Obi here. She picked up a yellow. Or my mistake, it looks like it's the defensive midfielder, Ugwa Faku, who's been given the yellow.
Just the frustration for the Mendiola side, trailing 2-0 in the second half. I mean, you have to, it speaks about character, how you take this disadvantage in the scoreline.
Tagging off his line, able to corral the ball. Sulit under pressure.
Mendiola was just too slow to transition, which gifted the ball to Maharlika. They have a chance now to create an attack.
Ugwa Faku keeping the possession. Mbida. Again, a case of that ball could have been left for a player who was onside. It's going to be another cooling break here. Just after the hour mark.
We have better conditions in the second half. Surprising for us that there was a cooling break called.
Referee Mick John Pineda erring on the side of caution here for our players. Had 2 cooling breaks in that first half, and now weather seems to be much better. Here's that opportunity mula kay Johan Mbida.
What save by Dini Otara, and what defending. Great defending from Menzi.
Here's another opportunity for Mendiola. That one blocked from Arañas. And how different of a game this would be if had those chances been converted. Instead, it's 2-0 after that own goal.
Sometimes it happens in the game, but can't be letting out goals like that. It can be really frustrating. But I find from if you are from the Mendiola side here, you need to be disciplined and not just let the emotions take over, because you still have a little under 30 minutes left in the match, and it's still possible to score 2 or more goals.
See the replay of that second goal. Kahit siguro bigyan kita ng 100 attempts, hindi mo ma-recreate yung ganong klaseng sitwasyon. And you must say, they are a victim of their own work here, Mendiola. They've been tempting fate by committing fouls in dangerous areas, and they're on the back foot again here. Looking for an exchange of shirt, and they're doing it again. Park Young-min can protest and demonstrate here, but clearly his opposite number was about to lose his collar. It's one thing that to commit that sort of incident on the sideline, medyo malayo ka sa referee, pero nasa harap ni Mick John Pineda, easy whistle.
Right in the middle, straight from the goal. This could be a better opportunity for Maharlika to extend the lead.
Escobar looks interested.
Let's see if this is part of their experimental tactics, if they have a set play to show for in this free kick, or are they going to take it direct? Trying to discuss some last minute notes.
Escobar will be the likely option if it is a direct hit. Jin Yeon Kim, known for his assists more than his ability to strike the ball into the back of the net. But he had a shot not too far away earlier, and it looks like he's won a little discussion here. going for it. And it's a beautiful goal. Jin Yeon Kim with the beauty.
And that's a more convincing goal for this match. Just takes advantage of the set piece right in the middle. I mean, if you're a free kick taker, that would be, you know, something that's coming out of the training grounds. Set piece trainings paying off right in the match. See that one more time. Up to the left top corner. Goalkeeper didn't even try to reach for it. He was expecting the ball to go out, but a little more effort could have stopped that goal. But what pace and spin to that ball, sending it to the back of the net. Great goal here. 3-0 for Maharlika.
Bit surprising on that one. You did say goalkeeper could have made an attempt. It looked like he was in the right position to be able to reach it. However, you must say, inside, off of the upright, great position for a hit from Jin Yeon Kim. At ngayon, it looks like Maharlika are just a little too far away now for Valenzuela PB Mendiola. It's a really comfortable lead now.
With the scoreline to continue, they'll be able to extend their head-to-head match, games here with 6 wins to 5.
They're able to pull away here from Maharlika. You made an important point earlier on, Jed, that Mendiola are amongst the teams that are the more tenured in this current campaign of the Philippines Football League, and it's a lot about their pride as a club to be able to maintain this advantage over Maharlika, which was birthed just a few years ago and are currently on a much more promising trajectory than the veteran club.
It has a lot to do with the system, and as you mentioned a while ago, Jing, a lot of the additions to this team, those who were shunned away from from other teams that are not getting the minutes, they fit the plan and the system of Maharlika, which set them up to a positive trajectory, especially considering the second half of the second round in the season.
And that one just goes wide. Perhaps yung troubling aspect na makikita natin dito sa Valenzuela PB Mendiola side is the lack of clear ambition or clear structure moving forward for them. Ano ba talagang aabangan natin mula dito sa Valenzuela PB Mendiola? And that is a very real question that needs to be asked as we see a pair of substitutions here for Maharlika. Ivan Owano is withdrawn for Eric Giganto. And we're going to see Daniel Opong replaced by Bumsuk Kang.
Giganto coming from the same hometown as me. We've played quite a few times, even in our days in Kayabi, and seeing him here in the PFL just makes me feel proud.
Able to keep possession somehow, but Menzi knocking it forward, and Maharlika have an opportunity here on the counter. Can he pull the trigger? And again, Youngmin Park just staying sturdy.
Great opportunity in the break there. That was a 3v2 situation in favor of Mendiola, but the defender was just, his presence denied that opportunity.
He's been generally solid today, Youngmin Park. Only blemish will be that foul that he gave away that led to the third goal.
I think I heard from the coaching staff of Maharlika, or that might be Mendiola, avoid fouls. That's been positive for Maharlika because 3 of their goals came from set pieces.
Arañas going down. Play continues.
Maharlika was able to force that clearance. Even with the 70 minutes played here, they're still playing with high intensity. And a shift from their earlier play is that they're playing a high press this time.
Over the top, Aristorenas clean through, but the flag is raised on this near side.
Captain wants to put himself on the scoreboard. Finds himself offside.
Long diagonal, watched all the way. Raza, confident touch. Giganto with the drop of the shoulder. Nice switch of play. Kashiwabara. Get that one in front of the goal. Attack still alive here for Maharlika. Kim. Mendiola holding firm, but can't quite get the ball far away from danger. And this could be an opportunity. Mbida is onside. Opportunity! Straight at the goalkeeper.
Great goalkeeping by Dinio Atara. Takes confidence for a keeper to stop those kinds of shots, but the pressure was given by Menzi as he was trailing down.
See Michael Menzi extremely frustrated with himself on that play. Just gave Mbida a bit too much room on the halfway line. Mendiola will be switching things up momentarily. That will have to come after this Maharlika attack. Sulit getting it away from Giganto. Giganto taking it back. He's cutting out onto his left foot. Return ball did not quite make it to him. Aristorenas. Still Aristorenas. Escobar pulling the trigger. He slipped at the vital moment.
You know the intention is there for the quick passing inside the box, but again, it's just the finishing after those combination passes that matters the most. Let's see this again. Clear of the defense. Had the opportunity, had the time, but Dinio Atara was there to stop the ball, keeping the scoreline of Mendiola at 0. Substitution here. Or Mendiola to mix things up.
Julian Perilla has been withdrawn alongside Fofana. And we're going to see Amir Aningalan introduced alongside Remedy Zlewolo.
That's a defensive and attacking change here. Aside from the substitutions, they do have a lot to work on, both on defense and attack. And I think there's no question, Jing, about the quality of players. It's more of the cohesion of how they play. It's more of a systematic issue of how this Venezuela PB Mendiola team
looking for Sulit on the wide area. Looks like Sulit will be getting forward a little bit more after that substitution.
Teammate was asking for the ball on the right side, was clearly open. Mendiola opts to stay patient and mix it up back in the defense.
Park. Looking for the diagonal. Emilio Raza has been calm, composed in his defensive position for Maharlika.
Second time that the teams have been complaining about the soft ball.
Looks like this one needs to be taken out of circulation. It's Mick John saying, seems to be all right to me. Play will continue.
Sometimes when you're on the pitch, you will notice the changes with the ball pressure. You know, when you're kicking the ball, it's just not quite doing what you want it to do.
Look at that pass from Eric Giganto.
Diagonal pass there.
Jinyon Kim was looking to connect with one of his teammates.
Again, Mendiola just not organized in their transition whenever they're moving up to the attack. A lot of their players are just standing or not moving or asking for the ball. That's where they're forced to hit the ball up to the strikers, where the Maharlika players are just waiting.
Escobar to be withdrawn here. Coming on will be Woo Yuk Cho, as well as Kaylin McLeod. We're going to see Escobar come off.
As the substitutions are being made, another cooling break.
It looks like Aristorenas will be withdrawn as well. I wonder if it becomes a bit excessive here for another cooling break with 12 minutes to go.
While these cooling breaks can be used to, cool yourself, drink water, it's also an opportunity for the coaches to provide tactical changes or, provide strategies. It's parang sa basketball, parang timeout lang din to eh. And, sometimes it can be advantageous for some teams here if they were wanting changes to be made inside the pitch, but the players are too dispersed to give their instructions.
It does have the effect of removing the flow of the game here, and Maharlika now, or rather Mendiola, will look to restart things.
Jing, some of the watchers on YouTube are asking, what is this format that we have for the classification group, and what happens after all the single round robin comes to an end? They get an award if they finish at the top. What happens also to the championship group?
It's a great touch initially from Eric Giganto to bring it down. The strike on goal, however, was not there to match. And from my understanding, Jed, the classification round is exactly what it sounds like. It's just for the placings at the bottom half of the table. An opportunity for the teams to be able to play alongside the teams that have statistically been more in and around their level of quality. More games for those teams. However, I don't think there's going to be a trophy like in a festival where there's a cup and a plate. I don't think it's that kind of a format. So it's more about pride for these teams and an opportunity to continue their progress and how they've been developing their game plans. And of course, a look at the future and perhaps getting certain players more minutes on the pitch. Mendiola with an opportunity. It's a great ball from Arañas. And Mendiola are on the board.
They get one back in this match. Puts the scoreline at 3-1 with that transition attack. See that one more time.
It's a fantastic goal from Valenzuela PP Mendiola. And it ruins Dinio Atara's clean sheet. Arañas crucial in this one.
The substitute finding the back of the net in maybe his first few touches in this match. Arañas continues his dominance in the midfield for Mendiola. That goal coming from Amir Aningalan.
Great work from Arañas to put that on a plate for his teammate. Showing not only can he put the ball in the back of the net, but he could set his teammates up as well. Arañas quickly becoming a real impressive player here for Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
And if throughout the whole match he's been working like a horse on defense and attack, he's been involved in a lot of opportunities for them. Finally getting an assist for his team here. Substitutes for Mendiola have made a difference in the last minutes of this match.
So again, nakikita natin mula dito sa Mendiola, not quite the finished product yet, but we're seeing bits and pieces of their improvement. Sulit trying to keep that one in play.
Parang nabuhayan dito ang Mendiola. Moving again with more haste.
Menzi finding himself in midfield.
Dons the armband after their captain subbed out.
Looking for that diagonal. Recently saw the introduction of Kalen McLeod into the game. It's being brought to our attention that his Lola actually watches all of his matches. It's always great to hear of stories of our supporters as Mendiola find another opening here. Great run into the middle. Chance here. It's in the back of the net. Another own goal, this time on the opposite side as Lucindo finds the top corner.
And another opportunity for a goal created by the substitute, Amir Aningalan. Super sub para sa Mendiola, and that makes the deficit just one goal with less than 10 minutes in the second half. Amir spells the difference here, changing the game, and it seems like Mendiola can claw their way back in this match. See that one more time, clear. There, Lucindo just not getting the clearance he wanted. Great goal, but just wrong goal, no? Finds the top corner.
It's a great finish.
But again, a great run. You know, fresh legs. You can't outrun the defenders. Amir was just there to create that chance. Makes it 2 for Mendiola in the dying minutes.
Just like that, what seemed like a sure 3 points for Maharlika all of a sudden looks in jeopardy here.
That's unusual, seeing 2 own goals in one match. But you know, it happens, Jink. It's just unlucky. Maybe a skill issue, I don't know.
Alingalan won't care either way. Initially, it seemed like not the greatest squared pass, pero napaganda pa para sa Mendiola. And just as that ball ended up into the back of the net, a flurry of movement on the bench of Mendiola as they look to bring on Azad Nuran, who could be a game changer here as they chase an equalizer. Obi is going to be withdrawn for all of the good work of that front three of Fofana, Obi, and Mbida. It's been aling-alang. And the work of Arañas that has been doing the work of opening up this Maharlika defense.
Jing, those square passes in front of the goal can be very dangerous. It's something that all of the players are rushing towards goal, so any deflection can be a goal here. So regardless if that was a poorly placed pass, but all of the people are rushing towards goal, so that deflection found the back of the net for the ball. That's why it can be very dangerous anywhere when you're moving towards goal.
Talked about the high press earlier of Maharlika. It does come with risks. Nakikita natin dito sa second half, a lot of opportunities of Valenzuela, PB, Mendiola have been them knocking it in behind, rushing towards goal. Most of the time, mula sa halfway line, ano na silang chance ang pumasok. Maharlika playing with fire here, and they've been burnt twice.
They have to. Their strategy here is that they wanted from the start of this.
Great move to get it out wide. Running into a bit of trouble. Corner kick. Then again, as Coach Moon Hong mentioned, this is not just about the result, it's about performance and their style of play. You wonder if he's reassessing that statement now that this result looks to be in question.
Moon Hong definitely, if mananalo sila, they want to be in a position that they win convincingly. At least mapasok yung kanilang mga tactics na pagbabago na gustong magawa.
Kick in swinger to the near post. That's headed away. Felicia with the clearance.
Bobara looking for the first post. A first corner. See what he does here this time.
Is it to the far post this time? Missed everybody inside the box. Menzi, soft touch. Opportunity just beyond Giganto. Anywhere will do.
Tumataas yung intensity ng laro ngayon with just less than a minute left. Regular time in this match. For Mendiola, inisip nila kaya pa one more goal so that we won't drop 3 points. For Maharlika, they're thinking we have to seal the game, have to win this match, less than a few minutes remaining. Sayang yung pinaghirapan nilang 3-0 lead early in this match.
Crazy to think they were cruising not too long ago. Now, things looking very interesting indeed with added time about to be shown. Maharlika being patient on this occasion. Deep run from Kashiwabara. Youngmin Park shielding that ball. Wasn't quite able to shield it out for a goal kick, so magpapatuloy ang pressure dito. It's going to be 6 minutes of added time. We did see quite a few goals, a few substitutions, as well as 2 cooling breaks.
6 minutes ang haba niya. Ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari within those 6 crucial minutes. It can just spell the difference for both teams. Patapos ang laban.
This little fake. A lot to aim for inside the box, kaya naman na delay. That's a cheap giveaway. Michael Menzi putting in a really good tackle. Napakita nito yung versatility ng kanyang laro. Ngayon, nasa holding midfield role na siya.
That also comes with experience, and Menzi, as you mentioned, has been playing a lot in the Philippines Football League. He's showing his dominance here, and he can play defense and even in the midfield.
Pinaka-interesting dyan kay Michael Menzi, actually, nasa FEU siya. Goalkeeper ang kanyang position.
Lahat kaya niyang laruin. Yeah, as you mentioned, the versatility of his game.
Vida showing his strength. Knocking that one long. Arañas was the intended target. Flag is raised on the far side.
Jola still looking for the transition play. Add one more to their goals.
Siguro kasama na rin yun sa mga nakikita natin pagbabago dito sa Valenzuela PB Mendiola in this second round. Moving forward is their willingness to fight for 90 minutes. Hindi nila hinahayaan na mag-slump yung shoulders nila and to just simply accept defeat. Even at 3-0 down, kept pushing, been getting the rewards here for this fight back.
If this scoreline ends, head-to-head will be 6 wins for Maharlika, 5 for Mendiola, and 1 draw. We have to thank the head-to-head score sheet from PFL Bible, who gave us these statistics at the start of the match.
And I love that. Our supporters of the league putting in their own work, you know, looking through the statistics, making things a lot more colorful for us. And Bida getting it to Alingalan. And it's a stop from Owatara.
Another chance from the substitute there. Definitely a game changer in the second half.
So close there. Owatara with some heroics. He's pulled off some very big saves in the second half.
Jola looking for a comeback in this match. Could they complete it? Or could Maharlika stay at the top of the classification round?
How crazy would that have been had that ended up in the back of the net? It's been an eventful second half, to say the least.
Taking control in the middle. Maharlika not rushing anything at this point. They are leading 3-2. Less than 2 minutes remaining in this match. They do aim to add one more to their lead and prevent the draw from Mendiola.
Strong challenge from Felicia, coming together of the two number 14s. It's been a case of set-piece heaven for Maharlika in this game. 3 goals, all from set pieces. They're going to get an opportunity here to re-establish that 2-goal cushion.
Those 3 set pieces coming from Kim. Could this be the 4th for Maharlika?
Not sure if they credit assists for own goals. Could have had 2 assists today. Menzi with the acrobatic attempt. That one just wide. It's quite an attempt from Michael Menzi. The ball was coming at some pace. He actually made good contact.
You could say that the momentum was with him. He was feeling it.
Look at that.
Contact just deflected out of the defender there. That second chance. Good thing a defender was able to stop that, hitting the back of the net.
Tirado checking in alongside Pit Ketley.
Is replaced by player number 5, George Pete Kitley. And player number 32, Jason Soberano.
Last few seconds of this match.
Number 21,
Mendiola able to clear. There is a foul called.
Two substitutions coming in the last few seconds of the match. Maharlika has another chance here to extend their lead with the added minutes already up.
Maharlika now just milking the seconds off this clock. It seems like the sensible thing to do here. They are destined for 3 points. Looking for an opportunity just beyond Giganto. Attack will still be alive here with Kim. That one flashes across goal, and that should do it. Final whistle blown by Mick John Pineda. And a bit of late drama. Valenzuela PB Mendiola putting on a fantastic fight back, but ultimately it falls just short as Maharlika walk away with all 3 points. 3-2 it ends here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. What a match between these two.
What could have been a Mendiola comeback, Maharlika kept the scoreline at 2-3. 4 of the goals coming from set pieces. 1 was an own goal, but again, we can't say that Mendiola was short of opportunities. He had a lot of opportunities in front of the goal. There are 2 goals coming from substitute. A lot of chances here. It's like this one, the defenders were just there. But yellow card, which was somehow questionable, which led to the own goal for Maharlika.
This tug from Youngmin Park leading to a spectacular free kick from from the natin Cruz Kuntura at that point para sa Maharlika. And here comes Valenzuela PB Mendiola and Bida forcing a good stop from Dini Owatara, and that was a sign of things to come.
As our player to watch in this game, Arañas, gives up this great pass to the substitute. 2 goals from Amir Aningalan, or at least coming from his opportunities, just like this one here. Tried to make the pass to his teammate, but an own goal by Lucindo. Great shot to the top of the corner, just the wrong goal there.
At this point, it was 3-2. I think, wow, Mendiola could actually complete this comeback, and there was a fantastic opportunity. Aningalan forcing a great stop from Dini Owatara. Diyan tayo nagtapos. 3-2 in favor of Maharlika, but what a great game that was.
Nothing much to separate these two teams, despite the scoreline, 53-47 in our possession. Walang clear chances for Mendiola to create those opportunities, but Maharlika kept it their way. 18 shots, 10 on target for Mendiola's 10-6. A lot of corners awarded to Maharlika. A lot of set pieces as well. 6 fouls for both teams. But at the end of the day, Maharlika takes this win and stays at the top of the classification league table.
And you hope it's a sign of things to come on this Saturday triple header. For my partner, Jed Diamante, ako po si Jing Hamlang. Thank you for watching. And now you will hear from the man of the match. No question, it is Jin Hyun Kim of Maharlika FC.
Congratulations on the result. What are your thoughts on the game?
Sorry?
What are your thoughts on the game?
PFL? Sorry. Okay.
What are your thoughts for the game?
Thoughts? Actually, we are going to, when we 3-0, we are going to some easy, but we conceded 2 goals, so some struggle.
How do you plan to move forward given the results?
I need translator. Sorry. Move.
Do you have any message to the fans? How do you plan to move forward given the results?
오늘이 승리한 거 가지고 이제 어떻게 앞으로 갈 거니? Is it right? The head coach is translating this, huh? Yeah. 앞으로 이 새끼야.
알겠습니다. We have 3 games left. We more push and hard working, and we couldn't. Although we couldn't made it top 6, but we'll do our best.
Any message to the fans?
Sorry.
Message to the fans. Message to the fans.
Thanks for supporting us. I prepared interview, but I forgot my. Thanks for support us. Thank you. 감사합니다.